people I'll be working with, what they like.
Standard nerds!
You're listening to The Mean Geek, comics podcasting on the very ragged, raw, leading edge of friggin' civility.
You give me a hard time every time I agree to something.
Yeah, well, you agree to way too many things. So, here we are. I told you not to go in that alley. So,
They had candy.
number 17, The Mean Geek. We're cracking right along, baby. This is your almost host, the TechJedi. All with me is, often as he can, the Rev Mad Duck.
Fuck you, blessers.
Right. So, we got some news. Kurtz Comics has had its grand reopening. I got me some serious redneck going on, standing around outside all day for the sidewalk sale. But I got some decent stuff out of that. What'd you get, Rev?
Did you find anything?
Yeah. I was extremely shocked when I looked at my watch and discovered that I should be in the pub.
Besides that,
Some graphics.
like,
You're going to read them. You can tell me. Some Ultimate Spider-Man and a Daredevil.
they're way over there. I can't reach them.
Some Ultimate Spider-Man and a Daredevil. Doesn't get any deeper.
Yeah, well, unfortunately with us it never does. So, anyway, very short episode this week. I'd like to say hi to Holly and John again. Glad to have you around. It's nice to see you getting tracks back from Holly's website, terra-comic.com, our new buddy on ComicSpace.
Oh,
God, you don't remember shit.
that's true.
You read way too fast.
Hey,
What?
what's one got to do with the other?
You ain't got enough space in that head for much, man.
I have a big head.
Every time, dude, that ain't what I was told.
So the ladies tell me.
Yeah, you keep thinking that. Whatever gets you through the night, Bubba.
Whatever gets you through the night.
So, nothing really new. I apologize for the problems with the RSS feed last week and misspelling the file name so that even when you went to the website and clicked on it, there was no such fucking file there.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very tired.
You have a tiny head.
That ain't so. So, that leads us directly into Irredeemable.
Somehow.
I don't know how, but it does. Irredeemable number 4, cover A. You like this cover, Rev? Do you like it? It's a good cover.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the story.
Never will. None of them do. Irredeemable is the story of the Plutonian, who is Boom Comics' Superman figure, who absolutely goes batshit bollocks and turns totally evil.
Yes.
So, for 3 other issues now, we've been following both his rise and fall and how his former allies are going to have to deal with this. And
We're trying to figure out how to deal with this.
correct. And his enemies teaming up with said former allies. And they just don't know what to do about it. They're so concerned that the Plutonian's going to destroy the world. And he makes a pretty good crack at it by totally sinking fucking Singapore in this issue.
Which we've all wanted to do at one time or another.
Well, you know, I've never really bothered much with Singapore aside from their hookers.
Okay, then.
Come on, who hasn't enjoyed a weekend of Singapore ass? Raising your hand doesn't really help.
No, I enjoy Irredeemable. Moving on rapidly away from that conversation. I think it's a fun book. I like the way they're moving with it. I was not enthralled with this one in the sense that it moved I don't understand the Plutonian's motives further along, but not the actual book.
Uh-huh.
And finding out that one of Scylla and Charybdis lived after it seemed very clear that they both died in the last one was semi-confusing.
Yeah, a little bit. And it's Charybdis.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's Charybdis. Right. Haven't you always wanted to see the...
After your ultra-humanity theory, I have no time for your
I'm telling you,
pronunciation
it's
guide.
the humanity.
Humanite.
Humanity.
Really? So it's kryptonity?
No, dummy.
It's kryptonite?
Well, that's been well established.
And
been
it's,
said over and
humanite.
over and over. But have you ever actually heard anybody say that outside
No, because
of
no one
another
talks
fan?
about that character.
Well, yeah, there is that. I mean, it's a pretty crappy character. And
And
damn creepy.
Humanity is spelt with a Y in general. So
Well,
I stand
unless
by
it's
my
Greek.
theory. Oh, and he seems like a Greek monkey to you?
Well, he wouldn't be a monkey. He's a damned ape. Damn dirty ape.
Thank you.
You're not fucking helping when you stand there and you sit there and just
Look,
stare.
it's ultra-humanite. It is not humanity. Unless he friggin' is a swimming land mammal that seduces sailors. Oh, Manatee, lovely Manatee, how your Brussels tickle me.
Oh.
You want my help? You got it. There you
All
go.
right. You know, I got a rather badass birthday present from my sister.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
STD?
No. That's fucking horrifying, you rat bastard.
What did you get?
I got a brand spanking new nickel Zippo with the words "fuck communism" emblazoned on the front.
Very nice.
And I know there's got to be a couple of people out there, because I've heard other podcasts don't know quite exactly where that might be from. So why don't you school us, Rev?
Well, the Fuck Communism Zippo made its first appearance in Preacher number 19, the Vietnam flashback issue.
Chronologically speaking, it showed up before that.
True.
But in the timeline within the book. And where'd the preacher get it from, man?
From Marion John Wayne.
Who gave it to his pop, who was serving as a Marine private in Vietnam when the Duke came by and, pretty much did a USO tour for the troops.
Texas spaceman and Ghani.
And
Short
why was
for
he named
gonorrhea.
Ghani? Yes. Sickening book, but so horrifyingly entertaining. I think we're done with Irredeemable already.
Well,
huh?
what's your opinion?
Of
You've said nothing about Irredeemable.
Irredeemable? It's fascinating me the endless ways to that the Plutonian is just twisting everything around. The Kenyans say that they would love to have him there because they like the whole vengeful god thing and they want to put him on their throne as his sovereign. And the U.S., of course, is disagreeing with that because they got nothing to go against the guy except for the possibility of nukes. And, of course, if he belongs to another country, they can't exactly drop a nuke on him in another country. They risk the entire goddamn planet coming after him.
Kenya, oh Kenya, where the giraffes are and the zebra.
Tell me that's not a real song.
Of course it is.
Are you serious?
It's one of those little web clips.
Wow, that's wondrously weird. And I'm not going to be looking it up. So, then the Plutonian goes on, and he starts to make people think that, they might actually get him. And he finds out they're lying by listening to their heartbeats. And Singapore tries to convince him, doesn't do a very good job. So, he brings a goddamn meteor shower down on him.
By literally throwing meteors at them.
Yes, from orbit, like a goddamn
Superman.
mass driver. And he sinks the entire goddamn island. Kills millions of people.
But
And he tells one guy to pick 10.
and then kills them.
and kills them all. Which was kind of, I was like, what's the point of that, really? You pick 10, you kill them. Oh, yeah, I see what it was about. It was like,
He's letting them...
here's your power between life and death.
And then it doesn't work. Like, he's letting a guy choose 10 people to survive and then slaughtering them, so his choice means nothing.
Well, I mean, it fucked with him for those last few minutes.
No, but then the plutonium gives him permission to save other people. The point the guy is making is that you have the power over life and death if I give it to you.
Yeah, that's where I was really going.
Of course.
And then they find out that Modius is gone somewhere. They don't really know. And that's the end of the issue. And then they have a preview for Poe, which bored the shit out of me.
Yeah, no interest in that.
You really think that? I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, Boom has got some interesting stuff going. They got the 28 Days Later franchise. They're doing Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? A real adaptation.
Yeah, because...
Not a Blade Runner adaptation.
Why mess with Blade Runner when you can redo the novel from scratch?
Well, people always got to put their spin on it. So, yeah, that's Boom. That's Boom. But Poe? Really? What are they going to do with that?
Edgar Allan's superhero.
Yeah, it's never going to work. Invincible Iron Man 15. Pepper / Rescue finally finds Tony. They start making out while Madame Mask watches through the sniper scope.
Which is creepy.
A little bit, yeah. She could have popped them both right then and there and called it even.
She can't be sure it's Tony because he has no mustache.
And he's got a buzz cut.
Throws everybody off.
Poor Maria Hill, man. She's just losing all her shit. She hasn't gotten a haircut for a while. Natasha doesn't believe her. You know, they start chasing each other. Cut scene. Pepper and Tony have got it the fuck on. You didn't get that? I get that.
I'll take your word.
Well, I mean, later they're in bed. They're making out.
I assumed it was a mutual massage.
Oh, yeah. You think the best of people. You nuthatch. So, what'd you think of the Hammer guys coming down like that Nick Fury cover from all those years ago?
It was a nice touch.
I was pleased with that. Because they're not going to give up something that insanely useful just because they got jetpacks too. I mean, they got to be all stealthy and shit sometimes, right?
That is true.
So, the Hammer Boys found Hill. And then, oh look, cut scene. Tony chopping wood. Thinking it might not be bad living in Siberia.
Little Rocky IV moment.
A little bit. And then he finds, uh-oh, Madame Mask has captured Pepper.
That is the single dumbest sentence I've heard in some time.
Because, well, I mean, that's not exactly something that hasn't happened before. Oh, look, the girlfriend gets captured by the mad ex-girlfriend who's a supervillain.
Let's not forget the fact that Tony is forgetting all the facts about his own life and theirs, including who's happy.
Yeah, that was a little disturbing. To forget Happy Hogan? I mean, I don't want to remember Happy Hogan, but I do.
Come on, are you kidding? One of my all-time favorite covers is Spy Master versus the Fury of Happy Hogan.
Oh, come on!
A comic that I believe is now in your collection.
It is. But I had it already. Just got lost. I had all that shit, man. Cut again. We find out there's something incredibly important in Maria Hill's bag. The Hammer Boys want it, but she doesn't want to give it up, so she tells them go ahead and destroy the bag. And Natasha comes to the rescue. And finally
she thinks she's the right kind of crazy.
That's right. So we get a little, how shall I say, a little Lethal Weapon electric torture scene with Rescue and Madame Mask and poor Tone.
Getting too old for this shit.
So he starts begging, and somewhere along the line she gets all crazy. Just drops him down on the floor, straddles him, takes her mask off. All the time Pepper's watching, doesn't know what the fuck to think.
Now, I'm not that familiar with the origin of Madame Mask. It's an ex-Tony girlfriend who now wears a mask because...
That's a damn good question.
So you were not that
I need to look it up. As far as I remember, as far as I've been reading, that I've actually picked up and owned copies, Madame Mask always had a mask.
Well, it's made clear in this that somehow her origin with the mask is Tony's fault or involves Tony in some way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the question is, when she asked him to look at her and still think she's beautiful despite being a mask-wearing deformed freak, is my theory anyway.
You know, I think Madame Mask is actually pretty hot. I don't think she's deformed at all.
Really?
With comics these days, you can't be sure.
Simpson, you diabolic.
It would be, just our luck. Because, we'd expect this horrifying Doctor Doom type visage.
Well, she is wearing a Doctor Doom type mask.
That is accurate. But, loving it. In 15 issues, I've only found, 2 that didn't just make me go, alright, give me the next one.
What?
That's not a bad run at all.
What, for Iron Man?
Yeah.
No, it's an excellent run right now.
Just was so worried when eventually, they are gonna lose Fraction somehow or another, and I hope they can get somebody decent for it, because if I gotta give up my Iron Man, I ain't gonna be happy.
Yeah, but say what you will about Marvel right now, their major books are all being written by good writers.
Yeah,
and they're
absolutely.
moving on to other good writers. There are not a lot of guys. They're not throwing guys experimentally and assuming the art will save them, or just putting books out like Avengers in the 80s and 90s where you're like, what? Why is this even happening?
Right, which I'm quite happy about.
Although I can't wait for the Bendis Kang storyline, because that'll be awesome.
You think so?
Who doesn't love Kang? You have a Kang graphic novel.
You hate Kang.
Yes, I wasn't talking about me.
You absolutely despise Kang. I gave you a Kang, and you couldn't wait to get rid of that thing. You're like, get this fucking thing away from me.
Kang is horrible.
But did you read it? Yeah, I fucking read it. You fucker. Fuck you. And I'm like, okay, Bill. I'll remember to get you some more Immortus.
Yep. Fuck Kang. I won't do what he tells me.
Which, from Damien's perspective anyway, leads us right into Batman and Robin 2.
You're a weird, weird man.
Yeah, well, Damien is a weird, weird kid.
That's true, too.
He's Jason Todd cubed in the attitude department.
Oh, good lord, yes. You stole the wheels off the Batmobile?
Damien to redesign it and lock you out of it.
You're not my dad and you're not my hero.
I really wasn't happy with this incredibly large circus freak woman coming out of the car in this, because that's just so mind-bogglingly creepy. And in the gas, and they just stride in with the masks.
That wasn't half as creepy as the three-way conjoined twins fighting cops.
That was one of the more bizarre things I've ever fucking seen, man. That's like something out of a really bad He-Man trip.
It would seem like a Batman villain, really, though. Three-Face?
Yeah, you can kind of see that. But, I mean, it's like Trioculus, or whatever the fuck his name was in
He-Man?
Yeah.
Wow, a He-Man reference. I always thought your favorite...
But on a bad acid trip.
I always thought your favorite He-Man character was Fisto.
I figured you would. Yeah. So a nice little fight. Quitely did some serious artwork in here to get that fight looking good.
Quitely's a great
artist. I appreciate that, really do. So, Damien goes after the fat woman.
And meanwhile, it's the end of Mr. Toad's wild ride.
Yes, it is. They find him knocked the fuck out, dead as a doornail, in a fucking closet. Oh, what else we got? Wooden gallopers where? I hate jargon. Jargon pisses me off. I don't know what any of this shit means. Like, what about this one? Where is it? Oh, yeah. I
Things
rock
that
her
start
the
with C.
jib.
I like the cut of your jib, sir.
What's rockering? If you were to rocker something, what would you do?
I believe that you have to play the drums and fuck a Playboy playmate.
Okay, no, that would be rocking out. What's a jib?
Well, I know it's a nautical term. That's about all I have. I like the cut of your jib, son. Do you mean my ass, sir? No.
I did laugh a lot when Damien was beating on the bucket on the head of the fat lady.
You just like it when fat women get beat up.
That's not. Don't say things like that. Jesus. What's wrong with you? Yeah, so they find old boy dead. And then Bat/Dick Grayson just says, "Dominoes!" Which doesn't explain a damn thing. Because I didn't see any dominoes on the damn floor. Oh, he's holding one in his hand.
Yes.
But we can't tell which one it is, so there's no clue for us.
Well, it's a domino.
Well, yeah, but
They mentioned them in dominoes came up in the previous issue as well.
right, but they didn't indicate the significance of them, and they, if they'd given us a clearer shot, it might have seemed to us to be a clue of some sort. Oh wait, that's the 8 domino.
I think it's more the domino is the clue, not the particular number.
Well, maybe, but we can't tell because we can't see the number.
Perhaps it's simply they're hiding out in a pizza parlor.
Oh, stop. And sooner than I expected, Damien rips off his R and goes running away in a huff. Woo! Damien. Now, I was kind of irritated.
No? How come?
Well, once Damien gets himself caught and turned into the boy hostage, like so frequently happens, Dick/Batman goes after him on the Monster Bat ATV.
Well, say what you will, Dick Batman has to make his own personality.
The Monster Bat ATV?
Look, Batman had the Batmobile. Bat Dick has
The
his
Monster Bat ATV.
Bat Dick has his own personality.
Why didn't he just take the car?
He needs his own car.
The kid took the motorcycle. They've already got the flying car. That's his. Take that.
Maybe
Why
he
an
needs a
ATV?
Bat Dick
Why a
cycle.
Bat ATV? It's a fucking ATV.
Maybe it stands for all terrorists vote.
That's not what it stands for at all. Why does Dick feel the need to have an ATV when he's got a perfectly good flying car?
That is the dumbest question I have ever heard.
No, it isn't. And one day I will prove that. Right. From one Batman book to another, we're back to actually Bruce with Batman Confidential 31. The Bat and the Beast. I thought for a moment they were going to bring back KG Beast in this.
I knew you were going to go there.
I swore that, this was a origin story for KG Beast.
No, there's no Russia. KG Beast is kind of pointless at this point.
Well, no, these are early years for Bats. Remember?
Yeah, but they're not bringing a year into it. So, for them to go all the way back to Reaganomics and Russia is too much. I like Batman Confidential a lot, but I don't think they're going to go that intricately into timelines. Would they be willing to do that? I don't see them going, oh, and Nancy Reagan saying, just say no on the cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, they're having a big Moscow thug gangster sit down, and we figure out soon enough that the boy being trained, who should have been the Beast, I think he was going to be the Beast. I think they wrote it. I think Milligan was thinking he wanted to do KG Beast, and he decided, maybe it'll be the KG Bear. Because they didn't reveal his name, but that firework at the end pretty much says he's going to be, he's going to be Ursa Major. Or Ursinius. How about that? Remember that one?
Ursinius.
He's got to be Ursa something. That's the only bear names anybody ever comes up with.
I like the Bruin.
The Bruin?
Yeah, why not?
That's what you want him to be.
Why not? There's something brewing.
If that's the title of 32, I'm so not gonna like that.
Look,
what?
I like this book. I don't think Milligan is the optimal writer for retro Batman stories.
Yeah, I'm not down with it either.
But to be fair, I have enjoyed some things that Milligan has done, whereas you have loathed pretty much the man's entire creative output.
Well, Egypt soured me so terribly. I was like, ooh, this is the first real miniseries I've gotten where I've gotten an opportunity to start at the ground floor, and it looks interesting, and it was a total fucking Morrison-esque drug trip that didn't make a goddamn lick of sense.
And you hate Bacchus from Dark Horse.
Yes.
And you hate Doom Patrol.
When
Milligan was writing
I don't
it?
remember which stories were his and which weren't.
Yeah, but unless it were the 1960s semi-retro, we're kind of the weird Fantastic Four, you don't like them.
Yeah, that's fairly accurate. But there's a new Doom Patrol coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're trying to make money, man. Shit. You know what I'm talking about? You better recognize.
Okay, then.
So, the big bad mobster guy is cooling out. He gets a call noting that they've been attacked by Batman. And Batman actually talks to him on the phone. What do you know about that? There's a bomb somewhere in the city, because that's new.
Nuclear bomb.
Because that's new. They couldn't even go biological with it, do something else. And they start getting ready to bring the bear in. And we get to be continued. And there we are. That's Batman Confidential
It's a
31.
decent enough read, but not as much fun as some of the other Batman storylines.
Yes. Like the Joker's trial.
Which I have not read.
Oh, so much fun. Now, this might be the last Star Wars one I get, because I've already given up Legacy, and Rebellion's canceled.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Gosh darn, I'm sorry to hear that.
Knights of the Old Republic, I'm definitely done and over with. The affair is finished there. So, this may be my last hope for a decent Star Wars comic book for a while, till they start switching up writers and storylines again. Invasion. The introduction of the Yuzhong Vong.
I don't want to help this book.
There's nothing wrong with this book. This book is just fine. There's a new race coming from outside the galaxy who the Jedi can't sense in the Force. So they have to sense the void where the Force is surrounding the Vong. Come on.
Oh, I really feel my brain hurting. I mean, when Timothy Zahn created the Force-eating dog bear things in his novels...
What? Force-eating dog bear? What the fuck are you talking about?
The whole concept of something that doesn't register in the Force is against the whole Force concept.
Not anymore. They clearly have, anti-midi-chlorians.
First off, a mid-chlorian is the dumbest goddamn concept.
Yeah, well, we're stuck with it, so we got to eventually use it somehow. I don't agree with midi-fucking-chlorians. I'm just saying that might be a way that the Vong could get away with not being sensed.
Look, you want to write a Star Trek comic, Star Wars comic, that I want to read? Put fucking a young Luke Skywalker in a ship with Han Solo and a Chewbacca shooting shit and making pithy comments, laughing at them. I'll read the motherfucker. That's what I want. All right.
So you want the 8-year-old Star Wars adventures?
Barring this crap, yes. I'm on a planet we've never heard of, hanging out with a king who's sends his wife shopping. What the hell kind of friggin' kingdom is that?
They're a very relaxed, cultural planet, very much like Alderaan. No weapons, everything's cool. Unless, of course, your king is a former rebellion soldier.
Yeah, no weapons, yet he's carrying a giant bag of thermal detonators.
Well, he's a veteran of the Battle of Hoth. He knows what's going on. He knows it can happen, just not on his planet normally.
Monkey spit.
Oh, you're full of shit.
Not compared to this comic, I'm not.
Oh, for God's sake.
Look.
This did very well as a series of novels, you know.
What's that?
The Yuzhong Vong.
This is based on something?
Yeah, this comes out of the first book in the New Jedi Order, Vector Prime.
Well, this just further proves P.T. Barnum's point.
But why does it need to be a young Luke? Why can't it be a mature, smart, finally got his shit together Luke?
Because they're just, once you hit that point, you're just making random shit up.
So, are you really telling me that you, of all people, are a Star Wars traditionalist?
Absolutely.
Wow. All right. Well,
I want Wookiees. I don't want Ewoks. I want Vader. I don't want friggin' the Emperor. I want the basics.
Well, if
All
they
right,
ever...
I don't want Chewbacca to have a young son and a grandfather named Stinky. I don't want to see friggin' Harvey Korman. I don't want R2-D2 to be in a comic book. I don't want C-3PO to be created by Darth Vader. Yeah, I'm absolutely
And
a
least of
traditionalist.
all, be fucking Arthur.
And least of all... No, I'm sorry. I'd rather see B. Arthur than I would Wilford Brimley in an Ewok movie.
Oh, you're an insane person.
That is pure fucking insanity.
You are totally batshit loco. Alright, well, you hate that. I'm going to finish it.
You're going to go a couple more issues, get annoyed, and be done with it.
If they ever bring back Dark Times, that'll be the one for you. I don't know if it'll have Chewie in it, but, you know, there will be Vader. And it's a nice in-between kind of book for, you know, the end of 3 and the beginning of 4. Alright, well then, you've got absolutely no love for Star Wars. That's
I have a
amazing
lot of
to
love
me.
for Star Wars. I have no love for Star Wars comic books that suck dog.
That suck dog. Man, if this don't get us some fucking feedback, nothing will. Which I'll remind you, the next person to email us gets a free t-shirt.
We mailed out a signed comic.
And a t-shirt along with it. Don't be, don't be skipping over important shit like that.
Don't be hating.
Alright, so maybe you'll like Green Lantern Corps 38 a little more.
I did, actually.
Yeah, I figured you would. Even with Gleason still around? Particularly with Gleason still around. Wow, I don't even know what's happening in Emerald Eclipse. Something horrifying is happening. The power battery is telling nobody anything of consequence. Talking about seismic anomalies. Count Matui is still trying to get the tattoo off because she's pissed that Sinestros are dead. Yeah. No, that's not Count Matui. What am I, a fucking moron? It's Saranic.
Yeah. Because you'd be a moron if you can't pronounce or remember that shit. There's 47 characters in any given book of this, and you're worried about not remembering a name?
Well, she's the hot one.
You were the creepiest man I know. Look, I think...
Well, aside from Arisia.
I think where they're going with this book is very interesting. I like the fact they've made a huge, drawn-out story, but at the same time, much like in the Broken Bat saga,
Oh.
you need to get where you're going soon.
Well, there's the final prelude in next week's batch.
And then we get to Darkest Night,
Yes.
when the dead come back to life.
The very next episodes, the very next issues are all Blackest Night. It's going for quite a while too. And just so you know, gang, I'm watching a crotch shot of Jennifer Garner in Daredevil right now.
Oh yeah, how come?
Because it's on TV while we're recording this. And if there's anything in the universe I want to see, it's a crotch shot of Jennifer Garner.
Good to
You're
know.
not disagreeing.
Well, there's nothing to say to that.
You're so used to it, you're not even calling me creepy anymore.
I just did 4 seconds ago. You want me to repeat myself?
It's Electro Nachos. Right. So, huge battle on Daxam. With all the Daxamites having acquired very Superman-like powers.
Doesn't this remind you at all of the final JLA storyline that Morrison did?
Didn't get to it.
Or the whole world get their superpowers to fight something?
Nope, don't know nothing about it. But it's kind of fun to see it. They're fighting all the Yellow Lanterns. But I really don't know what they're going to do with a planet full of Supermans. I mean, they've already got 100,000 Kryptonians in Earth's solar system.
Yeah, but they're all bottled up, so to speak.
No, they're not anymore. Remember?
Obviously not.
World of New Krypton.
Yeah, they're still in their own little bottle, so to speak.
Well, in an abstract way,
Exactly.
sure. But, I mean,
They're not out on Earth.
nothing prevents them except the law. I mean, they could go there anytime they want.
They're bottled up.
Bloody Kandorians.
I like this movie. I don't think it was phenomenal,
Yeah.
but it's decent.
I can't figure out why people hate it so much. There were things that I didn't dig so much.
See, I haven't heard. I'm sure some people hate it because some people hate every comic book movie, but it made decent bank, got good enough reviews. Ben Affleck was well cast.
Yeah, for once.
Jennifer Garner, dude, I like Ben Affleck, and I've been over this with you. And I've proven my point. You have not. You just throw Pearl Harbor out there, and
He takes so many parts that involve so much whining.
yeah, you know what? I mean, he directed a better movie than most guys his age have been in.
Yeah, there is that.
That fucking Gone Baby Gone was awesome.
No, I liked Gone Baby Gone.
And you know what? It was smart. Like you could see art in its direction.
So then they start executing the Yellow Lanterns. And I don't know about anybody else, but one of the creepiest things on the planet to me
Is when Guy Gardner is saying the right thing.
No, that's not necessarily creepy. It's mildly disturbing because you're not used to it. But one of the creepiest things on the planet, people have very strange neuroses.
Right.
I hate looking at characters who have mouths where their eyes should be.
Okay.
Drives me up. That first one they executed. He's got mouths where his eyes should be and an eyeball in his actual mouth.
Is this leftover from Sandman?
Well, no, I first got creeped out by it there, but it's happened in some anime and a couple of mangas that I've had the extreme displeasure of having read because my niece tried to get me into it.
Manga, hey, hey.
But there's something so horrifyingly bizarre and about it. I can't deal.
Well, to paraphrase Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'll take your and raise you a fuck.
I didn't really think the Guardians would go that far. I figured they'd call it even with the killing in Sinestro war.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I hate the Guardians. They make horrible decisions on a regular basis. For people that call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
they're atrociously bad. They're involved in the wrong... I mean, the Manhunters were their fault. The friggin' multiple this and that. They allowed the Dark Stars to come into existence. You know, as far as super beings go, the Guardians of the Galaxy are on par with... Really, I can't think of a crappier. Maybe the Collector.
The Collector. Oh.
They've sided against the Green Lanterns like 45 times now.
You'd think they'd get the picture eventually.
And they're never right. They suck.
And now, because of their stupid book, we got this goddamn prophecy that tells us all about the Blackest Night. Wow. They are dumb. Ganthet's the only one that had a clue, and even he was fucking up. Yeah, and that's that issue. The first Black Lantern rings explode from that meteor there, that asteroid. And the next issue, that's it. It's right there. Blackest Night.
Now, who do you think is going to be a Black Lantern?
Well, we've already established that Arthur Curry is. And Batman's body, at least, is going to be reanimated.
Intriguing.
Yes. And take your pick. Probably Zatara.
Zatara? Why Zatara?
Well, because he's dead. I mean, what more do you need in a zombie situation? Mm-hmm. And I'm not really sure after that. Alright, I'm getting bored. Let's go on to Uncanny X-Men 513. Dark X-Men Utopia. Norman Osborn and his little machinations. I'm waiting. That's a cue.
I don't give a rat's ass. I'm sorry. I don't think that the Dark X-Men offer me anything at this point. I will follow Utopia thing throughout, but here's my thing. First off, I don't know any of these X-Men. We're triplets with the power to say the same sentence by each of us saying a part is not a mutant power. It's annoying.
No, there's people that you know. They brought in Weapon Omega. Brought in Daken.
What?
Daken. Wolverine's son.
Nah.
You know Cloak and Dagger?
Yep. Adam X is in there.
And Mimic.
Oh my lord.
A character that was probably justifiably gotten rid of ages ago.
Yeah, but already brought back an X-Force back in the day, if you recall.
Yeah.
So this is not his first re-emergence.
It's kind of weird for Dagger to be here, though.
They're not mutants, if I recall.
No, but the public doesn't know that. So they're just fine for Dark X-Men. And they bring back Namor again. Because if we all remember our history...
He is the first mutant, because he's got wings on his feet, unlike other Atlanteans.
Well, because he's the son of a Atlantean woman and a human male, and he has traits that neither parent has, which is the textbook definition of mutant.
Actually, the textbook definition of mutant is I turn into goo when frightened.
What?
I'm just making it up.
You got to tell me when you're going to do things like that, because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about when you do that. Did you at least like Dodson's work?
What, the art was passable, the writing is passable, I just don't care. I mean, I'm so beyond interested in the X-Men, and while I like the Dark Avengers, I'm actually enjoying that book. And I've even brought you around on it where you were frightened early on.
Yeah.
I just don't see if they create a Dark X-Men team. I guess here's my major problem. If they create a Dark X-Men team, it's going to cause problems in the X-Men books, which I don't read and don't give a rat's ass about.
Yeah.
If they don't, it's going to lightly affect the Dark Avengers past this point,
right,
and possibly ruin a book that I do enjoy.
Alright, I can see that.
So there's no... The highlight of this is that they're going to affect a book that I don't read, and the low point is that they might ruin a book that I like. Nothing in that is a running endorsement for this book. And meanwhile, the Scott Summers White Queen romance is one of the dumbest things ever.
I've never really agreed with it. It threw me off. I got X-Men 500 last year because I was like, alright, well, it's a big anniversary issue. I don't mind anniversary issues at all. It'd be nice to have it. I got 2 different covers for it. Totally on the speculator tip,
right,
so to speak. and it's gone absolutely nowhere. So my luck of and total and pristine record of being wrong on every count when it comes to covers is thus far unsullied.
You are amazing. If there's one cover, you'd still manage to buy the wrong one.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know Match. I don't know Dancer. I don't know Avalanche. I don't know...
You know Avalanche, that's a lie.
No. Different Avalanche. Totally, that is not the Avalanche that we knew from the JR days.
That's the Avalanche from the Crimson Commando.
That Avalanche?
Yes.
Really?
Think about how he's talking about being on the
Dominikos
other
Ionis?
both sides of the law.
Patricus? Oh my God, those guys. That guy. Whew.
Yeah, there you go.
From the Alan Davis days.
There you go.
God. See, it's been that long, I haven't even recognized that shit. But Adam X? Don't know.
X-Force, horrible.
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
The Extreme Mutant Adam X.
And then Sunspot.
Who you loathe.
I can't stand Sunspot. And then somehow in this panel he's total fucking Rio badass with the sunglasses inside the bar and the wife beater. I got no time for
My
that.
thing with that is, isn't he in the middle of...
He is. He's totally back with the New Mutants now. So what the fuck is he doing in this book?
Which, to be fair, I also hate, but...
Oh yeah, I'm not getting number 3. I gave it its go, you know, and it didn't grab me, and I'm like, meh. Bye. So, since I'm not buying Star Wars books anymore, I'll finish this one because I like Dodson a lot. But I'm not going back to fucking X-Men. I ain't doing it. Bringing us finally, and probably rightly so, to our last book of the day. James Robinson and Mauro Cascioli's Justice League Cry for Justice. Hal's going batshit again.
Which he likes to do.
Yep. And, you know, didn't we see that? Doesn't everybody take a proactive turn at one point or another and then decide it's a really bad idea, and then they get another writer and they're back to being reactionary, and we're supposed to deal with 7 issues of this? With Captain Cold, for God's sake?
Well, Captain Cold doesn't appear in the book, just a cover, right?
Yeah. So why did they bother? I mean, because that means we got to read a Captain Cold book without Flash running around.
Hey, I like Captain Cold.
Yeah, I know you do.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
The idea that the Justice League should be more about justice seems like something that should be happening in the actual Justice League book over time.
Yes.
But fine, they want to do a miniseries, so be it. The art is phenomenal.
Yes. I absolutely agree with that. I like it all to hell and gone.
Now they're separating the Green Arrow, Black Canary connection in Justice League, which is only going to mess up that book, which I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
So not ecstatic about that. But the Justice League fighting amongst themselves, introducing new lamer members.
Yeah, that's what that's where I'm going. But Hal never really, he just spouts the word justice, justice, justice over again. But what is his idea of justice? No.
Yeah, but you're forgetting Hal was now... Who was Hal before he came back to life?
Hal was the Spectre.
And what was the Spectre all about?
Vengeance.
And so what is Hal's idea of justice?
Must be vengeance now.
There you go.
But he does make a good point, though. You know, he is the law in Space Sector 2814, which of course includes Earth. Most cops do kind of wait till they're called unless they actually see a crime happening. So I don't know where he's going with this proactive thing. I mean, does he want to kill them when he catches them? Does he want to put them in the DC equivalent of the vault when he catches them? What's he want to actually do?
I don't even have a problem with that. My problem is the rest of the issue rolls through other heroes who are suddenly in the need for vengeance. The retired Adam comes back out of retirement despite the fact that his wife just slaughtered 4 or 5 heroes because the scientist he knew was killed. The big blue gay Starman makes an appearance just because James Robinson is writing and there aren't enough disco blue superheroes. And then, because there's not enough pain going on, Bill the Congorilla.
That one, a random slaughter of gorillas on the savannah. And since when did gorillas live on the savannah? Gorillas live in the jungle.
I'm not up on my gorilla living accommodations to make a comment on that.
But you know everything about monkeys.
I know that the word monkey is inherently funny, and if you include it in a sentence, that sentence becomes funnier. Kids, this is the Reverend Mad Duck speaking. If you want to amuse other people, the following words will make it much easier for you. Monkey, cheese, Guam, and bodega.
Bodega. See, it works.
See? These are time-tested words.
Really, though? Congo Bill? Really?
Oh, Congo Bill.
I know we said just a couple of months ago that we wanted to see older characters come around and be made badass and reconstituted rather than constantly coming up with lame new characters.
Yeah, but not the lamer.
But Congo Bill?
I believe several podcasts ago you gave me a mid-'80s Congorilla comic book.
I did.
And we discussed it, and I believe our agreement was suck monkey.
Yes, in fact it was.
So the reemergence of the suck monkey is in no way an endorsement.
Kids, I'm fucking tired. So, we're creeping up on an hour, so we're about average. We took some departures, some derailures. But we're going to call this one even at this point.
I'm going to call it odd, but hey, that's what I do.
We're opposites pretty much, so that's the way it's got to be. Alright, kids, don't forget, brand new Kurtz is open for business.
Remember,
Hardcore.
in Connecticut, it's Kurtz.
Check out our friend over at terra-comic.com. Check us out ourselves on iTunes, Feedburner, Podcast Alley, and our own site, www.themeengeek.com. Other than that, stay geeky, motherfuckers.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye. Spoil your dinner.